So the board has finally come, the Raspberry Pi has arrived. We've been waiting for some time, as many of us have. In this tiny little box with a little getting started guide. So it's a £29 computer. I've got it connected up here. So first what I'm actually going to do, I'll shut it down and we'll have a quick look at the ports and what it's got on there. Okay, so here's the Raspberry Pi, and if you can see my iPhone, it's slightly smaller than an iPhone and pretty thin as well. So just a quick recap on the ports. We've got network, 2 USB ports, audio, composite video, SD card and HDMI. So when you get the Pi, the first thing you need is an SD card. I've got the 16 gig one, and then you can download an image and use an imaging tool, which details are in the blog post, to get that on. So it won't do anything without that. So you use the imaging tool to copy. I use the Debian image to copy it over, stick the card in there and power it up. And I'm powering it up from my mobile phone charger from Samsung phones, I think. And then you've got to plug a keyboard and a mouse in. Now what I've actually done is used a VideoBox remote keyboard. It's a nice all-in-one. At first it wouldn't boot with it, so I used a normal keyboard, got that up and running, and then plugged the VideoBox 1 in, and that seemed to work fine. So here I've got everything plugged in. Let's just plug the power in here. And up on my TV we should see the unit powering up. And there we go. So we've got to log in. The default username is Pi. The password of Raspberry. And that's logged in now. So you're at the console and you can do Start X to get it fired up. Now, when I was preparing the SD card, I did use a Windows 8 machine first and a Windows tool to get that working, and it appeared to work everything fine. And then when I came to boot up the Pi, it wouldn't boot up at all. I thought it might be a fault with the Pi, but I thought, well, I'll just give it a try. And I tried redoing the image on a Windows 7 machine, and that worked fine. So if you do have a problem with the startup, then it could be that. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So by default, we've got things like a browser, the Midori browser. There's educational stuff like Scratch, which is a development language, for kids with drag and drop, which is really nice. There's programming stuff with Python and everything else. There's a music player, but I've not got the music working yet, or sound working on it yet. And there's a whole host of other stuff on there as well. So see, we've got all sorts on there that we can set up. Just a quick look at the browser. The browser isn't HTML5 and Flash doesn't work, so I've yet to get video to play on there. So the browser fired up. Seems to work really well, no problems. Like I said, it's not HTML5, but for browsing sites it's fine. What I want to do next is to get maybe VLC working, maybe get another SD card and get XBMC working, because I know you can do that. So it'd be nice to have the standard one and XBMC, and just swap the SD cards depending on the roles you want to do. So out of the box, this is what you get. You can get the browsing, and you can get the terminal, the command line stuff. And if you're into Linux, you'll be sort of straight away. If you're new to Linux, then you need to follow some of the guides. But like I said, it works. We've got mine up and running, and the next thing to do is to do a bit of programming. I think Fuse, the Spectrum emulator, is probably one of my first jobs. So I'll do more posts as I find out more stuff about it. If you've got any tips or anything I should have a look at, let me know, Ian@thedigital lifestyle.com.